Hello everyone. So, I wanted to share something that's been a lot. It's personal, a little messy, and honestly, I'm still figuring out how I feel about it. But I think sometimes the most profound moments in life are the ones that shake up everything you thought you knew. My name is Maya, and for most of my 20 years, our family was, well, complete. There's my older brother, Liam, who's 22, and then there's me. A perfect, neat little unit of 4. My parents, successful in their careers, had settled into that comfortable rhythm of emptiness almost there. My dad, Mark, just turned 50. My mom, Sarah, just turned 46. You know, that age where they start talking about retirement plans, maybe downsizing, definitely more cruises. I was finally feeling like an adult. Liam was independent, living in his own apartment. I was in my second year of college, living in the dorms, enjoying my newfound freedom and planning my future. Our family dinners were a relaxed affair, no more referring sibling squabbles, just genuine conversation and catching up. It was good, predictable, safe. And then, one Tuesday evening, my mom called. Her voice was strange. A little shaky, a little too bright. Maya, honey. Can you come home this weekend? Your dad and I have something to tell you. My stomach instantly clenched. This was the something to tell you voice. The one usually reserved for bad news, or maybe an unexpected family trip, but never quite like this. I ran through every possibility, a new job, moving, my grandma's health. Nothing felt quite right. I drove home that Friday, my mind buzzing. Liam was already there, looking just as bewildered as I felt. We exchanged theories, half joking about them getting a new, tiny dog they'd expect us to babysit. We tried to keep it light, but there was an unspoken tension in the air. That night, after dinner, they sat us down in the living room. My mom was clutching a mug of tea, and my dad kept adjusting his glasses. They looked nervous, like teenagers on a first date. So, he began, clearing his throat, "Your mother and I, we have some news." My dad spoke up. My mom took a deep breath, her eyes shining with a mix of fear and something else, something that looked a lot like joy. "I'm pregnant," Mom said finally. The words hung in the air. And for a full, agonizing minute, the only sound was the ticking of the old grandfather clock in the hall. My mind raced. Pregnant. My mom. Sarah Thompson, the woman who complained about hot flashes and had a strict bedtime. The woman who used to sigh dramatically when her friends posted pictures of their grandchildren. Liam, bless his heart, recovered first. He let out a slightly hysterical laugh. You're kidding, right? Like a joke. You bought one of those fake belly things?" Liam asked when he saw we were serious. My mom just shook her head, a small, genuine smile finally breaking through. "No, honey. We're not kidding. I'm 12 weeks along," Mom responded. And that's when it hit me. A wave of something. It wasn't just surprise. It was a jumble of emotions I hadn't expected. Confusion, definitely. A weird sense of displacement. And, if I'm being brutally honest, a flicker of embarrassment. Embarrassment. Oh my. I hated myself for even thinking it. But it was there. My mom, 46, pregnant. I pictured myself telling my college friends, "Oh yeah, my mom's pregnant." Again. The thought felt juvenile. Like something out of a bad sitcom. This wasn't part of the plan. My plan. I was supposed to be moving forward, building my own life, eventually having my own kids. Not having a new sibling who would be closer in age to my future children than to me. Over the next few weeks, the news spread, as news tends to do. My grandma was ecstatic. My aunts and uncles offered congratulations mixed with thinly veiled shock. My parents, though still a little stunned themselves, seemed to be genuinely thrilled. My dad started talking about baby names and nursery ideas, something I hadn't seen him do since before I was born. And I retreated. I found myself making excuses not to go home. I'd pick up the phone to call my mom, and then hesitate, imagining her talking about morning sickness or ultrasound appointments. My friends, when I finally awkwardly told them, mostly reacted with, "Oh wow, that's unique," which didn't exactly make me feel better. I felt guilty for feeling this way. My parents were happy. This was a miracle, in many ways. But every time I saw my mom, her belly slowly growing, I just felt this tightening in my chest. It was like our family portrait had been finished, framed, and hung, and now someone was trying to crayon in a new figure. One evening, about halfway through her pregnancy, I finally went home for a mandatory family dinner. My mom was glowing, despite being tired. My dad was doting. Liam, surprisingly, seemed to have adjusted better than me. He was asking questions about due dates and whether it was a boy or a girl. I was quiet, picking at my food. My mom noticed. She always does. "Maya, is everything okay, sweetie?" Mom asked. I just shrugged, not wanting to meet her eyes. "You've been a little distant lately," she insisted. And that's when it all spilled out, a rush of tangled emotions I hadn't meant to share. It's weird, Mom. You're 46. I'm almost 21. It feels strange. Like I don't know where I fit anymore. And honestly, I whispered, barely audible, I feel a little embarrassed. I couldn't continue to hold. The silence that followed was deafening. My dad looked shocked, hurt even. My mom's bright smile faded, replaced by a deep sadness in her eyes. "Embarrassed," she repeated, her voice soft but laced with pain. "Embarrassed that your parents are still capable of love, of creating life." And then came the twist. A revelation I never saw coming, that completely shifted my perspective. "Maya," she continued, her voice trembling slightly, "your father and I, we struggled for a long time to have you. After Liam, we wanted another baby so badly. We tried for years. There were losses. Painful, heartbreaking losses that we mostly kept to ourselves, trying to be strong for each other. We eventually accepted it, believed our family was complete with you and Liam." She reached for my dad's hand, her eyes glistening. I raised my voice a little. This wasn't planned. We honestly thought that chapter of our lives was over. But it feels like a second chance, a little piece of hope we'd given up on. A miracle, Maya. Something we prayed for, longed for so many years. To us, it's a gift. And if that embarrasses you, then I'm sorry you feel that way. I stared at them, tears welling in my eyes. Losses. They'd never told us. All those years, all those times I thought they were just busy, or tired, they were grieving. They were trying, hoping, hurting. And I, in my self-absorbed 20-year-old world, had reduced this profound, unexpected joy to an inconvenience, an embarrassment. The embarrassment didn't vanish instantly, but it was overshadowed by a wave of profound empathy and a crushing sense of guilt. My parents, who had always seemed so strong, so impenetrable, had carried this quiet sorrow for so long. And now, this unexpected blessing. That night, after my parents went to bed, I found Liam in the kitchen, making himself a late-night snack. "Did you know?" I asked him, my voice thick. He nodded slowly. "Yeah. Mom told me after my first year of college. She said they didn't want to burden us when we were younger, or make us feel like we weren't enough. They just wanted us to be happy." I finally understood Liam's calm acceptance. He'd had time to process it, to see it through their eyes. The next few months were a journey. I started looking at my mom's growing belly differently. Not as an oddity, but as a symbol of resilience, of enduring love, of a dream unexpectedly realized. I went with her to an ultrasound, and seeing that tiny, flickering heartbeat on the screen, a genuine warmth spread through me. It wasn't embarrassment anymore. It was anticipation. When my little sister, Lily, finally arrived, she was tiny, perfect, and utterly, unequivocally loved. I held her for the first time, her tiny fingers curling around mine, and all the previous worries, all the awkwardness, simply dissolved. She was family. She was ours. Having a baby sister at 21 is definitely unique. My friends still tease me sometimes. But now, when they do, I just smile. Because I know the story behind that little face. I know the quiet strength, the enduring hope, and the unexpected miracle that she represents. Sometimes, life throws you curveballs. Sometimes, those curveballs are tiny, swathed bundles of joy that remind you that love isn't always neat, or predictable, or convenient. But it is always, always worth it.
Thank you for watching. Do share with your friends and family. Please subscribe to our channel.